the wisdom of what you've been through will absolutely bring you satisfaction, guaranteed. The awareness of energies to meet the challenge of your faith. The thoughts about or from your desires. Many words resulting from the honesty and strength of large institutions or overwhelming events. Hello and welcome to Amaro's Intuitive Studio. We are here to honor the energy of Cancer in the month of July. So we have 3 different paths for you to explore for your inner healing. This is path number 1, and it's where you lost yourself along the way. Path number 2 is our current path and where we have choices. And then path number 3 is the potential that we have unfolding before us. If you know which one that you want to pick, go ahead and dive in. Whichever deck you choose, make sure you check out the final chapter where we reveal our very final advice and messages. Welcome to path number 1, where you lost yourself. So my prediction about this is that we're going to be talking about something that we have communicated based on something that we've thought about ourselves that wasn't exactly so clear. And we're going to start to unpack this a little bit and reveal what we have going on. Speaking about electricity, here electricity, wildness, and the ether, the seamless, unspeakable. Okay, the ether. So ether is the atmosphere, right? We can't really pinpoint it or nail it down. The Queen of Cups is an energy of confidence and the almost the divine feminine fully opening. Okay, and this is so aligned with Cancer because Cancer is a mother energy, nurturing. It mirrors with the moon as well because Cancer and the moon are aligned, and this is that deep. It's not only having that energy, but it's knowing that you are confident, that you are open, and it's almost, there's a softness to this that can be sensitive and loving unconditionally in a way that you can't quite describe unless that you're experiencing it. So the seamless, unspeakable, it's not really an energy that can be described. Okay, there are reasons why we lost ourselves in this place, because maybe we weren't experiencing that. It was a confusion between what is attainable, what is obvious, and what others can see or pinpoint, even labeling, and who we are on the inside, our inner core, can never really be spoken. The spirit is beyond words and beyond understanding. So as we start to unpack this just a little bit, we're going to start to see why we needed to kind of break down and be confused, allow ourselves to be chaotic and wild in order to step into this, own this, and become open to our destiny and who we truly are. It's a learning experience. The ether is an illuminated space of no distraction and pure potential. I appreciate you choosing to spend time here with me. Simply liking this video helps me boost it out to other people. While we are experiencing or have experienced chaos in the wildness, we realize that it's just been some room to play. We've been given a gift to allow us to play with a beautiful energy so that we can decide on our own who we are and what we want and what is meaningful to us, because that's the only way that it ever really matters. That's the only way that we anchor things in, is when we decide on our own. So that past wildness that maybe didn't turn out the way that we would have hoped, okay, because when we were playing in the past, we were more chaotic. It wasn't an electricity that was harnessed in the way that we have it accessible to us now. It was always there and always available in that way, but we were using it differently. We were playing with our own resources, discovering who we truly are, and we needed to be able to have the freedom, the wild freedom, to play with that, and still do. Embrace your wildness, break free of your self-imposed constraints. Take immediate action. There's no need for further consideration of your problem. Okay? That might feel impulsive if you don't know what you want. But sometimes the only way to figure out what we want is to act. You contain the spark of the divine. Your support is absolutely everything to me. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. So there's no reason to feel lesser. So you have the power at your disposal, not because it's been handed to you or you've taken it from someone else or you abuse someone to get it, because you stand confident and open. You can take on something new. You can face your issues head on because there is no fear in you to move forward. Prince of Wands. So we have it's a young but passionate sort of energy. It's not fully developed yet. This confidence, this inner passion, maybe we still don't quite know where it goes. That is what led us to feel lesser in the past, is because we used our energy in a way that did not respect ourselves, maybe others, and we began to resent our own wildness, or we allowed others to tame that, to shame it out of us. Something and now we're gonna own it, because there's a brand new openness, a brand new availability inside of us to not only capture this, but to harness it so we can utilize the electricity the way that we are meant to utilize our own power. Now this is the goddess power that is looking over us, okay? Revelation is what we are experiencing here from the past, whether it's our mistakes. And look here too, this is like electricity right in her hand. We are always able to harness what is at our disposal. We are always capable. It's always there, but it's about knowing. It's about our owning it from the inside, because it's not detectable by everyone. Not everyone can see it. Not everyone can feel what you can feel or experience life as you do. So there are moments when synchronicity brings all the elements together for a flash of insight to rise up in you in a glorious epiphany. Whatever was not clear becomes crystalline in an instant. It's exactly what we're speaking of. Movement is coming quickly. This electricity is like lightning. It is coming in to clear the way, but also that you are the one who is wielding this electricity. You decide what clears away and what stays. You decide what honors you and what you want to own and keep, what you are open to, because you are confident in your own choices. You know that you can make these choices for yourself. Now you know without a doubt that you are on the right track as a deep understanding sinks into your very soul. In this moment, change and transformation take place, and a transcendent moment is offered to you as an extraordinary gift. Okay? This is all meant to show you that you've had the power all along. Conscious focus. What I focus on, I attract more of. Starting with today, I will be more conscious of what I choose to spend time speaking or thinking of. please drop a comment below because it lets me know I am doing a good job and helps me make better videos in the future. I will do more of the things that bring me joy and see as more of these things begin to effortlessly flow into my life. The power is yours. It is at your fingertips. You choose. You make the boundaries. You make the choices. You decide what's allowed, what stays, and how you're to be treated. And the way that you choose that is by showing with an action oriented, that you are the one who knows. You know best for yourself. Okay? You know best what you are meant to be aware of. Okay? Our final message for where we have lost ourselves: be prepared for more. Learning, understanding, opportunities, and love. Open yourself up to this. Open yourself up to the power at your disposal. The seamless unspeakable is, again, unseen. We don't necessarily know it's around us unless we tune into ourselves and choose to feel and experience this with confidence. Hand wide open to this experience. Open your heart to yourself and understand your power is at your own core. Please tune into the final chapter for your advice. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to stack number 2. This is where we currently are, and this is where we have so many choices. This is my favorite path because I think life is all about choices. So the way that I'm getting this is there is like a rapid shift coming in, something very intense, direct. It's going to happen really fast, and it may or may not be based on something that you've done. It could very well be based on something that you've learned, or it could go either way. I think that if we are sinking into this healing, anything that is bringing us healing, if we are leaning into that, we are going to experience positive shifts. Okay, we're going to be more confident and really owning that. But if we are not, we're going to feel it, and it's not going to feel very nice. So why not make it happen now? Why not make those shifts? The journey to wholeness. Loving yourself and others from a sense of wholeness, exactly as you are right now. Knowing that you are worthy of having the space in your life for healing. Whatever feels good to you is good for everybody. And that's when you're being honest with yourself about the potential of what you're doing. What you're doing right now, is it harmful in the long term? Or is it helpful to you and all those around you? Does it honor and respect you and those around you? And you have to keep asking yourself those questions. That's where we're going to find wholeness and how we can respect ourselves and others along this journey. I appreciate you choosing to spend time here with me. Simply liking this video helps me boost it out to other people. The Hermit. So this is something that we need to choose to do on our own. Not necessarily completely alone, but for the most part, this is a divine experience. And when we choose to decide on our own who we are and what we think, we gain a very special understanding of ourselves. So even if we are extroverts, and I'm speaking for myself, and we are comfortable with other people and comfortable with conversation, and we like to bounce things off others, it is very important always to know exactly what we think and what we are centered upon, what beliefs that we have. So not that it's a lone journey, but it is a journey where we have to know exactly who we are on our own 2 feet before we can honor others. The Knight of Wands. So this is an energy that is coming in quickly. Okay, again, this matches up very well with this Aries energy, crusading and impulsive. It doesn't have to be harsh, but it is clarifying. It is something that may be... Your support is absolutely everything to me. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Decisive, quick action. It may not be clear for a time how this turns out, but you may need to, in the moment, make a choice that honors you, based on your deepest desires and others who are challenging you. Notice how the challenges make you feel, because you're learning. This isn't, again, completely developed yet. This is either coming into you, something wild and impulsive, or something that you are bringing out, but it doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that it's coming in quickly. So you be the one who harnesses that energy, and that is very much what we talked about in where we lost our power in stack number 1. So feel free to check that out as well. It's just very clarifying, passionate energy that's gonna make a very noticeable difference in our lives very quickly. And if we are true to ourselves, it's gonna feel nice. This is the energy looking over us, okay? And Cancer represents the divine feminine. So we have the goddess power, and this is about the past. So it may be very beneficial, and you may be directed and called to check out number 1 as well, because that was about the past where we lost our power. And so if you need to know more about this, go into that and look deeper at what the past is telling you and teaching you about how to harness this fiery, passionate, even electricity. This could be referring to the electricity that we saw coming up in stack number 1 as well. So you decide what it means to you and what you need to do to fully honor this energy and harness this time where we can go deeper by nurturing ourselves. There are certain moments within your personal history that hold great treasure for you now. Please drop a comment below, because it lets me know I am doing a good job and helps me make better videos in the future. When you examine your memories, empowered wisdom is revealed. The lessons you find are like sacred talismans contained within your past, like fossils. Right now, you can trust your instincts that if something brings to mind your past, it is indeed an amazing opportunity to make an informed choice and do things differently. So examine your past and see what it has to teach you. There's something there. Some energy is waiting there to be harnessed. And we spoke about it. And it's all at your fingertips. So go and discover what that is. What energy is waiting for you to harness it? What energy is just waiting for you to realize that you have had the power all along, and that you can handle it, and that you can wield it however you so choose? There is magic to be found everywhere if you look for it. You are the magic. Magic is not a miracle, although it can sometimes feel like that. Doubt kills more dreams than failure. Have faith in your ability to weave together all the disparate pieces. That is you. Again, you are the magic. And that is why we are here. Just to show you that your choices matter and that your magic is within. That is the center of what you will discover in your self-healing journey if you stick with it. You deserve satisfaction and you deserve peace. And you can have that. Own it. Own your life now, not what is. You don't have to take what has been done to you and own that, but you do have to own what you do going forward. I invite magic, there you are, into my life always. Every day I grow my connection to this earth. If I am ever feeling low, I simply step outside and appreciate the natural miracles in this life. Being in nature lifts my spirits and recharges my energy. Wow, that was perfect. Right off the magic. And that shows you right there, believe it or not. But this is why I believe magic is real. Magic is healing. And I'm in this lifetime, magic is peace. Look around and find peace. It's hard to come by outside, but if you can anchor that in within you, you will realize where the magic comes from. Choose to see creative energy in everything, no matter what, and you will recognize opportunity. Please join me in the very last chapter for your final advice. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to stack number 3. This is our potential that is unfolding before us, and especially if we are harnessing the healing opportunities. We can't jump ahead. We can't fast forward, okay? So this is where we need to learn to let go and trust in something beyond ourselves. This is the power within us, okay? Or the power beyond us, but we're trusting in a grand scheme of timing and changes that unfold that are more effortless. They flow in and out, okay? Changes are coming. Changes are happening right now, whether you feel that or not. The more that you lean into this surrender energy when it comes to healing, not just surrender like throwing your hands up, but surrender within your own power. You're doing everything you can. That's what this means, okay? We're doing everything that we can, owning it, taking responsibility for our lives up till now, or from here forward. And then we are letting the rest go and letting it unfold. We cannot manufacture our lives anymore. And we realize that it's too heavy. So we're going to let things happen. Reclaim your energy. And what did I just say? It takes too much energy to manufacture a life. By manufacture, I mean control and twist and always trying to make something happen when it's not quite right. Doesn't mean it's never right for you. It doesn't mean you can't have those things. Sometimes we have to wait. You know, I appreciate you choosing to spend time here with me. Simply liking this video helps me boost it out to other people. Without really earning it, we don't appreciate it as much. And so it doesn't mean that it has to be hard fought, but we have to know why we want something in order to appreciate having it. We have to often live in a contrast to that in order to appreciate having things and treating them with respect and value. When we embrace an energy-aware lifestyle, we start to notice when we feel drained or ungrounded. We may feel flat or out of our center after spending time with certain people or in certain places. Our energy is our responsibility. And how we give it away becomes a conscious choice as we step into empowerment. But what about the fragments of self we gave away before we came into this awareness? Even when we become aware of the patterning that unnecessarily chews up our energy, we may still feel drained by certain people or situations. When we grow our awareness further and take note of the triggers, we see it is always our choice where our energy goes, although it may not feel that way. Boundaries are our choice, okay? Your support is absolutely everything to me. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. In brand new, fresh, clear, decisive boundaries, okay? Clear, decisive thinking, knowing who we are with clarity, single-pointed focus, not with a label, but I know who I am better than anyone else ever will, and you know who you are better than anyone else ever will. And if you're given the chance to discover who you are without shame and guilt, you will. You really, really will. Most people naturally want to feel good about themselves. So maybe we're just becoming more clear with what we know about ourselves and what we will do with that. Okay? Doesn't mean harsh, but it does mean clear, and clarity is very, very important. 10 of Cups, that is complete and total emotional satisfaction. This is such a beautiful, beautiful card to turn over, especially when we're talking about reclaiming our energy and creating boundaries. We're talking about changes and surrender. Honoring yourself is what brings satisfaction. There is nothing else that will ever do it, okay? Now, temporarily, yes. And yes, relationship situations and things that we build can bring us satisfaction, but if they're true to us only. It doesn't work like that if it's not within our integrity or within our what feels right for our life. We have to own that for ourselves, okay? And allow other people to do the same. That brings satisfaction and respect across the board, and that is the best way that we can engage in relationships going forward, especially with clear boundaries, allowing things to unfold before us without having to control other people. The right people and the right circumstances will come to us, will be presented to us for us to act into if we have that space open for it. Now, this is the energy that's looking over us at this time. Wisdom. Experience woven together with knowledge creates a beautiful thing. Wisdom. So, having lived this, okay, having walked through it and making your own decisions and experiencing it for yourself creates wisdom. Its parts are entwined like a finely made rope that is so strong it can't be cut. Wisdom, once earned, becomes an essential part of you. Do you have the courage and commitment to make wise choices? Your answer is not to hide. You are being invited to look within rather than without. Take the wisdom you already have and apply it to whatever questions are coming to you right now. Perhaps, however, you might instead draw forth the humility to find someone wiser than yourself to weigh in. Please drop a comment below because it lets me know I am doing a good job and helps me make better videos in the future. Resisting change is useless. Be prepared for a change in direction. You know it's coming. You can feel it. This is going to be good for you. Believe it and make wise choices. Water my dreams. All I desire is on its way to me, but like a seed, my dreams too must be watered. My belief and determination is what makes them grow. I will be patient throughout this journey. It is all unfolding at the perfect time. Unfolding. Trust it. Trust in the satisfaction of trusting you. How do you know if you're making the right choices? They feel right to you. It's the only way to know. It's the only way you'll ever know is by feeling it out, feeling through each of your choices. Scatter the seeds of your untamed, tender dreams with your singing fingers. It's a beautiful time and a beautiful energy. Water the seeds of your dreams and you will bring satisfaction to yourself, whether you try to or not. Owning it, reclaiming your energy by honoring yourself with clear boundaries, with clear thoughts about who you are. The wisdom of what you've been through will absolutely bring you satisfaction, guaranteed. Join me in the last chapter and our final advice. Communicate your willpower, seeking oneness with all there is. Analyze what you think you know about philanthropy. Let your mind tell you how to do it your own way and keep your involvement hidden.